impacted by Hurricane Sandy. News 10 at 11 starts right now.
Live in HD, you're watching January Keaton. Meteorologist Andy.
Starting Monday morning. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm January Keaton. Strong winds and rain already pummeling coastal areas of the eastern U.S. as we brace for a potential hit from Hurricane Sandy. To get the latest, let's
News 10.
All right, thank you so much, Nicole. A number of schools in our area still feeling the effects of Sandy. Over 100 either closed or delayed this morning. You can see those at the bottom of your screen there. We also have all of our school closings posted online. Just click on the school closings tab on our homepage, news10.com.
And
Two former high-ranking Penn State officials back in court Friday to hear additional charges against them stemming from their letter back on October 17th from Brian Hemlock, that's TCI's vice president of operations, informing them of their intent to rebuild. And the letter said in part, TCI will provide the necessary public service that I like mild, because those below freezing lows are not looking good to me.
And I think we all feel like we deserve it as well, so hopefully we'll get it.
Absolutely. Thank you, Andy. In other news, a large fight in Troy ends with a man getting stabbed in the neck with a screwdriver. Troy police say. All right, thank you so much, Drew. And more than 2 million kids up and down the East Coast are not in class today. That includes our region, with a number of local schools closing in New York, Massachusetts, and Vermont. You can see the closings. That is to say the least. He's been in Battery Park in New York City covering the storm for us for the past 2 days. And last night, he was in downtown Manhattan where the waters were all but taking over. Here's what he had to say.
We're here in Lower Manhattan, where the unthinkable has happened. The race
for the White House. Many predicted the race between President Obama and challenger Mitt Romney to go late into this morning. But in reality, the race went to President Obama about 11:15 last night, which is tracking Sandy continues as the hurricane works its way up the East Coast. People are doing some last-minute preparations. News 10's Lindsay Nielsen shares why so many from far away drove. Absolutely, Christina, and gassing up your vehicle, that's not a bad idea either. It's one a lot of people had this weekend, which meant plenty of lines at the pump. You might have seen it. If the storm hits hard and power goes out, that affects the gas stations too. Winds. 2 men in Utah lucky to be alive tonight after a train hit their utility truck head on. Check out this video. James Wood was shooting the video of the train on his cell phone when the unthinkable happened. And coming up in our next half hour, we'll have reaction from the Romney camp, including reaction from one of Romney's relatives who was at last night's gathering in Boston. We'll also speak to ABC's Taman Bradley, who's live in Boston this morning for insight on what airplane disasters don't happen often in the immediate capital region, but first responders want to make sure they're prepared just in case. This morning, emergency crews teamed up with Albany International Airport officials. And to prepare for Sandy, New York is reducing water levels across the Erie Canal and mobilizing National Guard soldiers from across the state. Governor Cuomo outlined. So put a little umbrella with your kids when they go trick-or-treating.
Be a little prepared.
All right. Thank you guys for joining us this noon hour.